All right, this is tutorial number 3 called a vertical blur transition. So let's see what's going on. All right, we've got a vertical and it blurs into the next clip. It's not the cleanest blur. I'm not gonna lie, I just picked some 2 clips at random. If you actually have vertical and vertical movement going on between the 2 clips, it helps a lot more. But I couldn't find any in my stock libraries, so I'm going to go with this just for now. But let's go through and analyze how to actually build this. So here we have clip A. This is just a pre-cut here. This is clip B, again with a pre-cut. Now in the pre-cut we have a lens distortion that's going from 0 to negative 100 on the curvature. And on pre-cut B we have the curvature going from negative 100 to 0. So basically we have a lens distortion ramping up and finishing by the end of here. Okay, that's the lens distortion. And we have it on top here is an adjustment layer. And on the adjustment layer we have an offset and we have a directional blur that's animating. All right, so there's a few things going on here. Let's get started. So I'll just delete everything and let's begin from the beginning. Actually, wait a second. I'll pull this out. Nothing on that clip. Delete that one. Pull this out. Now nothing on that clip. We start clean. All right, so I go to the center of my cut. Step 1, let's do the pre-cuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Razor blade. Cut. Go back to the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cut. Choose my selection tool. We also know that we need an adjustment layer. So let's take that adjustment layer. And whoa, they give us big adjustment layers. So I'm just gonna make that the same size as our pre-cuts. All right, I'll zoom right back in. All right, so here we go. So now that we've done that, let's begin with the lens distortion actions. So I go to the effects, I type in lens distortion. I have a lot of presets going on here, so don't mind that. You should see video effects, distortion, lens distortion. I'll put that onto pre-cut A and then pre-cut B. So let's begin by making the effect ramp up. So at the start of this clip, curvature is 0, and at the end it's negative 100. Pretty distorted. I go to the next clip and highlight it, animate the curvature, put this to negative 100, go to the end of the clip and type in 0. Alright, so now we have some funky stuff going on with just the lens distortion. Alright, so now let's focus on this adjustment layer. So the first effect, what we want to do is find the effect of offset. O-F-F-S-E-T under distort. So I'll take that clip, that effect, and I put it there, and it's into the offset. Alright, so now that we have the offset, let's make a keyframe for the shift center 2. Alright, actually we'll do this right about here. Actually right there at the beginning of the entire thing. Shift center 2, let's make a clip. Then let's go 15 frames to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now, here's the thing. We're going to shift the center on this. So we want to change the Y value. This is the X. This is the Y. It's 540. We want to triple that, which is 1620. All right. So now that we've got it, let's take a look. Okay, you got it. See the lens distortion, but we have that hard edge. You see it, right? Okay, so our job is to hide this edge. So we need something different. First, before we do that, let's highlight these keyframes, right-click, go to Temporal Interpolation, ease in. What this does is basically it takes the value between these two clips of where we're shifting the centers and it eases into it. I don't know how to explain that better, but it's not at a linear movement. So think of a car speeding. If it's speeding, it slows down and then it stops. It doesn't just speeding stop, right? This is kind of the same principle. All right, so now that we've done that, let's go into the effects and type in directional blur. Now that we have directional blur, take it, place it under the offset effect. Let's put the blur length to 75. All right, now that hard keyframe is gone. So depending on where you wanted this direction to go, we can make this horizontal, but in this case we want it to be vertical. So you can see the advantage of this. All right, so now that we've got that, we've got to keyframe out this blur so that it looks appropriate. So I'm going to start this directional blur at, actually I should put it right in the middle. Right about there is where I want the blur to ramp up. So I click here to make my keyframe. There we go. I want to go have it still at 75 around here. So I'll add a keyframe. So it's at 75 here and 75 here. I want it to start at 0. So I'll type in 0 and it will make a keyframe. There's the keyframe. And I'll do this for the end of the clip as well. 0. All right. So now that we've got it, let's just walk through it. Warp in. And there we go. And that is how you do a vertical blur transition. End recording.